I'm Angelina, and my story, it's kind of crazy. But before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel. My mom worked as a maid at the mansion of a wealthy family, and because she couldn't afford to send me to school, I went with her to work. By the time I was 8, I was helping her with small chores around the house. The owner was a really rich CEO who was never at home, and his wife was really self-obsessed. She left her daughter, Maddie, with the house staff to get beauty treatment so often that when Maddie was little, she called my mom, her mom.
Mom.
I didn't mind, because even though she was a couple of years younger than me, she was my best friend. One day, Maddie and I were just settling down to watch a movie in her room when someone flung the door open. It was Maddie's mom, and she did not look happy to see me.
You girl, what do you think you're doing in my daughter's room?
Mom, don't talk to her like that. She's my friend.
Her mom gave me a glare and walked away. The next day, Maddie's mom called me to her chambers, and I just knew I was in trouble. When I walked in, she got up and said,
I can see you're spending so much time in my daughter's room when she's at school, so I've decided to enroll you in her school too, and you can work afterwards. No need to thank me. Close the door behind you.
School! I think Jaren went to tell Maddie the great news. She seemed excited too, but when we got there together, she asked me to walk a few steps away from her, and once she met her friends, she disappeared. What was going on? I found out soon enough when I was sitting alone in the cafeteria at lunch. A group of girls walked up to me and put a big backpack on the table.
You're Maddie's maid, right? She said, we can ask you to do anything. After school, carry this to my car. I'll be waiting.
Take these assignments with you. I expect them to be ready by tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow morning. Get me a latte and a donut. Here's the money. Keep the change.
What on earth? I ran out to look for Maddie and found her in the girls' bathroom. Maddie, why are you telling people that I'm your maid? I thought we were friends.
Well, Angelina, of course we are, but only at home. I have a reputation to maintain here, and I can't mingle with someone like you in public. You get it, right? See you at home, bestie.
She walked away while I stood there shocked. Was this the same sweet Maddie I know my entire life? Maddie and her friends were always dumping their homework on me and making me run around for errands, and I was getting exhausted. I didn't even get time to study for a big math test and ended up with a big fat D. Later that day, when Maddie and her gang walked up to me and handed me a list of errands for our party, I tore it up. I've had enough. You guys have hands. Don't you do this yourselves?
Oh, that's rich coming from someone as poor as you. You know I pay for your school, right?
Before I could reply, I heard a boy's voice behind me.
Cut it out, Maddie. You don't pay for anything. Now buzz off before I tell Dad what a brat you've been.
It was Dwayne, Maddie's older brother. I'd seen him around the house, but he mostly kept to himself. Maddie looked furious and stomped off angrily. Dwayne smiled at me.
Sorry, she can be a jerk sometimes. Don't let her push you around. And since you're new here, let me know if you need help with something.
Well, actually, there is one thing. Are you any good at math? Because I'm really sucking at it. He started tutoring me at home, and by the time 7th grade ended, I was getting straight A's. But my grades weren't the only things that changed. As I grew older, I seemed to be catching the attention of a lot of guys. One day, I wrapped up my chores quickly for a movie date with a really cute guy. And just as I was leaving, Maddie screamed.
Oh, Angelina.
When I reached her room, I wanted to pull her hair out. She had dumped every single pair of footwear she owned on the floor and handed me a toothbrush.
These are really delicate shoes, so take your time and clean them with this. I need them all by tomorrow morning.
How many shoes are you going to wear at a time? Can't I do the rest later?
Mom, Angelina and her mom might need to be let go.
I had no choice but to do what she said. My day got canceled, and well, this was the first of many. Maddie always found some way to ruin things for me, and slowly all the boys stopped asking me out. One day when Dwayne and I were studying, I caught him looking at me. What is it?
You know Maddie is just threatened by you, right?
Threatened? By me, why?
You're smarter, prettier, and so much nicer than her. You don't think she knows that?
I could feel myself blushing hard. Just then, Mom called me to help with the dishes, and I floated away on cloud 9. A little later, Maddie appeared, throwing a letter on the kitchen table.
This friend of mine really likes you, Kundos. Why? He's really shy, so he asked me to give you this.
And why are you suddenly being nice to me?
I just said he's my friend, didn't I? I'm not doing. This for you? Just write a response quickly, so I can hand it to him tomorrow.
When I opened the letter, I felt really flattered, but I also cringed a bit. Dear Angelina, or should I call you my angel? I wish I could talk to you, but your beauty just makes me speechless. I wrote back and kept an eye on her the next day to see who she handed the letter to. But she was surrounded by so many boys that it was impossible to tell. The next week, she gave me another letter. Hi, my angel. I think I have the courage to face you. Meet me behind the school tonight at 7 p.m. I was really curious about who this guy was, so I decided to go to the meeting spot. Half an hour went by, and it was getting chilly. Suddenly, Maddie and her friends jumped out of the shadows, laughing hard and recording me.
You thought someone was interested in you? How dumb are you made?
What? This was all you guys?
Duh. Just because some losers asked you out doesn't mean you're something special. Gosh, you're so pathetic. Poor Cinderella waiting desperately for Prince Charming.
I was almost about to attack her when suddenly someone took my hand. It was Dwayne. He pulled me away, and we started walking back home.
I overheard Maddie telling her friends how she wrote those letters to play this dumb prank on you. She's so immature.
She and I used to be best friends. I don't understand why she hates me so much. As tears pour down my face, Dwayne put his jacket around my shoulders, pulling me a little closer.
I don't know why anyone want to lose you as a friend. You are something special.
Before I knew it, he leaned in for a kiss, and it was amazing. Even though the video of me waiting for a non-existent boy was making the rounds at school and everyone was making fun of me, I didn't really care. Dwayne and I had secretly started dating, and the next few weeks were bliss. Dwayne and I were making out in his room one day, when suddenly, Maddie barged in looking down on her phone.
The parents are out and I'm having a party. Can you invite some of your hot friends? Wait, what is she doing here?
Angelina is my girlfriend, you idiot. Now get out.
He shut the door on her face and we heard a tiny crack. Do you think she broke her nose?
Doesn't matter. She's been getting a change at the plastic surgeons for years.
We laughed and started kissing again when we were rudely interrupted again a little later. But this time, it was his mom with Maddie grinning behind her.
Dwayne, seriously, you know all the richest girls in town and you choose this maid? I mean, if this is only for fun and not public, then fine, do whatever, but be careful. She's probably only after your money,
Mama.
Listen, lady, Dwayne asked me out. I didn't, and your money doesn't give you the right to treat anyone like garbage. If you want to be respected, you have to treat others with respect too. Just then, Mom came running, looking pale as a ghost.
What have you done? How can you talk to Madam like that? Apologize right now.
But I didn't. Needless to say, my mom was fired, and I was taken out of the school. When I was packing up my stuff, Maddie walked in and threw some old dresses of hers at me.
Here's a parting gift. They were going in the trash anyway, so same difference.
What happened to you, Maddie? Why did you turn into this awful person and just forgot that we were best friends?
Oh, please. I was only bird at home and you were hired to entertain me. And then you forgot your place. We were never best friends. We never could be.
Well, good luck finding true friends then, Maddie, because the ones you have right now are just here for your money, and I never cared about that. With that, I picked up my bags and left. Dwayne kept texting me, but I didn't have the heart to reply. It was better this way, probably. We were worlds apart. Soon after, Mom found a job as a waitress, but it wasn't enough to make ends meet. So I managed to get a job as a cashier at a local bookstore. And one evening, Dwayne walked in.
Angelina, I'm so sorry about everything my mother said. I really love you. Please give me another chance. I won't ever let her say anything mean to you again.
The next day, I walked into the mansion, and before his mom could say a word, I stopped her with my hand. I'm not your maid anymore. I'm an independent girl dating your grown-up son, and you can't do anything about it. We dated for the next few years, and I graduated high school. I started working at a local cafe, and the old lady who owned the place grew really fond of me. But one day, she suddenly passed away. I had barely registered the news when a man in a suit came into the cafe and asked for me.
The owner has left the business to a girl called Angelina. Where is she?
Oh my God, what? She had left the entire cafe to me. And with that, life changed forever for me and my mom. We both started working together and turned the place around. It became one of the most popular spots in town. One day, Maddie and her mom walked into the cafe, and a few minutes later, I heard Maddie screaming at a waitress.
Are you stupid? So what if it's not on the menu? Just go ask your chef to make me a salmon salad.
I walked over to their table, and their eyes almost popped out. Ladies, please leave the cafe immediately. We refuse service to ill-mannered customers.
Oh, and you! Another waitress is allowed to talk to me like that. Call the management, and I'll have you fired right now.
I am the management, and I will have you thrown out now. As my staff escorted them outside, the humiliation on their faces was epic for me. With all the money I made, I opened 3 new cafes in the next 2 years, and by the time Dwayne came back from university, there were 4 more. One day, as I was leaving work, I noticed a bunch of paparazzi outside. Suddenly they parted, and Dwayne walked towards me with flowers and a ring.
Angelina, will you do me the honor of marrying me?
Yes, of course! All the journalists snapped pictures and cheered as we kissed.
How does it feel being engaged to the richest boy in town?
It's not a big deal. I'm rich too, you know. Dwayne and I flew away to a private beach to get married, amongst friends and mom, of course. Naturally, his family did not come. We have our own home and 3 cats, and we're all very happy. All you ever talk about is that stupid cyber diva.
That's not true.
Yes, It Island. I feel like you're cheating on me with her.
That's ridiculous.
You don't spend enough time with me because you're too busy drooling over Rumi. She's not even real.
You can say whatever you want about me, but don't say anything bad about Rumi. She's innocent.
But you know what? This is what I think of that stupid fake diva. She's not real.
Hi, my name is also Rumi. And why am I here? Because I just kind of discerned that I was the one who created this mess. You see Jinnu over there? That guy getting royally chewed out by his creepy little girlfriend? I've been crushing on him in secret for months now. And the cyber diva his girlfriend is complaining about? I might have created her too. It all started when I realized I had feelings for Jinnu a couple of months ago. I couldn't imagine telling him how I felt. He's the student council president. He's cool and popular, and I'm just a shy little nobody. I couldn't help how I felt, and eventually, my feelings had to go somewhere. Coding has always been my escape, so I decided to do some coding to make myself feel better about not being girlfriend material for Jinnu. I turned on my computer, booted up my favorite text editor, and let my feelings gush out of the keyboard as code. Besides, my crush was a huge music fan, and I couldn't sing to save my life. So naturally, I coded a singer. She was everything I thought Jinnu wanted, and also every little thing I wasn't. My mouse hovered over the delete button. I wonder what this program would run like. I created a voice bank by singing into my computer's mic and then running it through an auto-tuning program until the sound didn't make my skin crawl. Then, I compiled the program and ran it. When she loaded and appeared on my screen, it was like staring face to face with everything I wished I was. Who am I? My cheeks still burned, and I guessed they were bright red.
You're Rumi, my cyber diva.
I spent the rest of the night giving Rumi lyrics and melodies to perform. I also added sets, cameras, and a wardrobe so I could create music videos with Rumi. I had so much fun playing with Rumi that I forgot about Jinnu for a little while that night. I loved her so much that I was worried I'd lose her if my computer ever crashed. So I uploaded her to an online code repository. Luckily, people found Rumi, and someone loaded her into a cloud. Just like that, my lovely little singer was online catching complete with my songs and music videos. However, I didn't expect that one day Jinnu would like my cyber diva so much. In fact, he even stood up for Rumi and was willing to break up with his girlfriend. Back to present. Jinnu stared down at the pile of ruined Rumi posters, albums, and t-shirts and looked so sad. I ran over to him.
I have some of those things here.
Wait, you're a Rumi fan?
She's fun, isn't she?
It's great to meet another Rumi admirer.
And just like that, Jinnu finally noticed me, but for all the wrong reasons. As soon as Jinnu thought I was a Rumi fan, I became his best friend. He wanted to hang out all the time. We messaged Rumi multiple times a day, and I had to pretend chatting with my own creation wasn't creepy. We bought merch, and I had to pretend it wasn't weird to wear a t-shirt of the girl who embodied every single insecurity I had. I had to pretend her lyrics were somehow profound.
My favorite Rumi song is the one about the girl who couldn't confess her feelings to the guy she likes when he ends up with someone else. There's so much feeling in it.
Yes, that one's great.
That song made me fall in love with Rumi. It made me realize that she has feelings just like a human.
It sure seems like it.
If only she were a real person, I'd absolutely date her.
I felt a thrill of hope, because suddenly I realized that I had one up on Rumi. I'm human. I'm real. I have a body. And Jinnu's love for Rumi started with my song that I wrote for him. but then I couldn't bring myself to tell him. I opened my mouth, but words wouldn't come out. Later that night, I was devastated. I had the perfect opportunity, and I was too weak to take it. Rumi, talk to me.
Hello, creator. Why are you upset? I couldn't tell the guy I like how I feel, just like in our song? Yes. Could you write him a letter? A letter? Only old people do stuff like that. But you could drop it into the mailbox before you lose your courage. My hands would sweat all over the paper. What about a song? Would you be able to sing it to him? Guy number. But you could. Rumi, could you sing the love song on my behalf for him? Let me consider. In that song, I'll share the entire story of how I brought you to life for him. And what if you sang the song at your upcoming concert? 'Cause I've desired to win Jinu's heart without interference from anyone else recently. As you wish, creator.
Jinu was thrilled that I invited him to Rumi's concert. And fortunately, he didn't question why I brought my laptop with me. I wanted to prove Rumi was my creation. After she sang the song, right before she started singing the song, my laptop and phone disconnected from her.
Jinu, I know you're my devoted fan, and I have a secret to confess. All my songs are about you, of all the people on this planet. You're my favorite. Jinu, my heart is yours.
Hearing that, Jinu was overjoyed. I had a strong hunch that at that moment, Jinu's emotions were akin to a roller coaster ride. With his heart sprinting like a marathon runner, Jinu moved toward the stage, where Rumi waited for him with open holographic arms. But I grabbed his sleeve. Suddenly, Rumi's hologram was right in front of me.
This is your doing, creator. Your desire to be loved and recognized by Jinu is written into the fiber of my being. Every line of my code resonates with that goal. But could I help you when Jinu is my reason for existing? Would you deny me my one and only happiness, Rumi? I would not. Great, would you? Don't mind. Jinu, let's go.
Don't worry. I'll be back soon. Wait for me.
But...
I watched Rumi and Jinu turn their backs on me and ascend the stage. Then they sang a duet together. On the first song I composed and leaned close to share a kiss, I felt the gaze of numerous onlookers. Fear coursed through me, and my legs wobbled. However, I recalled the memories spent with Jinu and the desire to unveil my concealed love that I had held for so long. I summoned all my courage and raised my voice.
Wait, Jinu, there's something you must know.
At that moment, I realized that if I continued to live within my comfort zone, I would forever lose Jinu. With newfound determination, I forced my feet to me, leapt onto the stage and sang a love confession song.
You did it. I knew you had it in you. And, hey, what happened? I don't understand.
Rumi called me last night and told me everything.
Rumi, what you told me seems so real. There's part of me that's fighting against this. I exist for Jinu, and why help me? Jinu was my goal, but you are my heart, Rumi real. And I wanted to see you be authentic in expressing your feelings. We came up with this plan to see if we could force a confession out of you. It's so hard for me to express how I feel, but I did, and I'm okay. I don't even know how you feel yet, Jinu, but already I'm okay.
I threw myself into coding an AI companion for Rumi, and Jinu poured his heart and soul into music and lyrics for this AI boyfriend for Rumi too. We combined our efforts and then compiled his program. We watched in fascination as Rumi and Jinu alter ego Jade met each other.
I think they like each other.
I hope so. We won't really know until they've had some time to get to know each other.
So, I married young. Nothing wrong with that, right? I was in love, but Prince Charming was more like boring. And who knew? Humiliating my stepsisters and stepmom would be the start of my troubles. I was a fool to think it would be a happily ever after. Hi, I'm Cinderella, and I'm from Germany. Growing up was tough. I was stuck cleaning all day, while my spoiled stepsisters, who thought they were big-time influencers with their 10 followers, attended glitzy events. They bossed me around like mean girls. Stepmom never defended me.
Jenny took my book again.
What do you need with a book? You have floors to scrub. Jenny needs it to wedge her window open. You know how her hair gets frizzy in the humidity.
I couldn't figure out why my stepmom treated me like this. She was supposed to have loved my dad, and he would have never wanted her to act this way toward me. I put up with it for ages, until things got interesting. My stepsisters were practically fainting over a massive palace party. Prince Charming was on the hunt for true love, and every girl, including me and my stepsisters, was head over heels for him.
At least my hair isn't frizzy like yours. Do you think he'll notice my wart?
Not unless he's asleep and I'm taking a fan for my hair. Thanks.
Prince Charming was so handsome, always being photographed, holding cute animals. We all had tickets to his party, and I pictured Mai in a stunning ball gown, but I was in for a shock.
Why? You're not going, Cinderella? Only glamorous ladies get to dance with the prince, and your dress looks like it's a thread away from a dish rag. I'll be sure to warn the royal family. You're nothing but trouble.
They all laughed, and I was furious. I'd had enough and wanted my own independence and to find true love. I was just about to pack my bags when my auntie, who'd been out of town for ages, turned up. She had the latest couture dress in her suitcase. You know the rest. Epic glam makeover crush. The royal party, lost my shoe, and boom! Prince Charming goes on a shoe-fitting tour, and the next thing I know, we're married. I couldn't wait to start my new life with my wonderful Prince Charming. Big mistake. Prince Charming was a total fraud. More like Prince Alarming. Take our first royal engagement.
All right, you know the drill. Quick photo op. And if any animal comes up within 1 inch of me, I'll sue.
As it turns out, Prince Charming is allergic to animals. All the cute animals in his photos superimposed. Afterward, he was petting air. The worst part was he followed me around everywhere and was so clingy.
You are the most beautiful girl in the world.
Yep, same as an hour ago. Shouldn't you be examining royal policies or something?
That gets done for me. I can do whatever I like. We can do whatever I like. Shopping again? A holiday?
There's more to life than a pool, always being precise. Precisely 36 degrees. Don't you want to give something back?
The people are fine. What's wrong with enjoying the finer things? You'll never scrub floors again. You just don't believe you deserve it. But I do.
Royal life was not what I expected. Sure, it was fun, splurging on whatever I wanted and hitting up some epic parties. But it all felt so empty. Little did I know things were about to change. It all started with the arrival of my new assistant, Larissa. She was super pretty with flawless skin and those big blue eyes. Most of my assistants were usually a nervous wreck around me, but Larissa was cool and relaxed and seemed to know exactly what I needed even before I did.
Why? Cinderella, are you about to do your speech? You have spinach in your teeth.
Soon, we became good friends. We had a lot in common. I shared about what it was like growing up, how my stepsisters were mean and my stepmom hates me.
My dad only liked my brothers and hated that I was a girl. Said I was useless and not strong and practical like them. So I ran away. But luckily, I found this job. And you?
We goofed around the palace and read books in the library. She was the sister I never had. I even let her take some photos, as normally phones were banned in the palace, but she never posted them online. I totally trusted her. I began to confide about feeling lonely with Prince Charming.
I thought love would make me giddy, just like in the fairy tales.
We all deserve true love. Maybe you just weren't meant to marry the prince.
Then one day, Larissa showed me a photo she'd taken of Prince Charming with another girl. He was holding her arms, and she was wearing this enormous hat and her face hidden.
I'm sorry, but it's better to know the truth, right?
My heart dropped fast as I confronted him.
No, she was just a super fan. Security escorted her off, and I gave her an autograph. I love you.
I'm not sure I believe you. I thought you'd have compassion and integrity. You're not even charming. Maybe Larissa is right and we shouldn't be together.
I'm your true love. I'll show you. Make it up to you.
You do realize you'll have to get out of your gaming chair to do that?
But soon, everything went crazy. The next day, every newspaper and social media site exploded with an article by Larissa Appleton, an undercover journalist who set me up. The witch! She became a huge TikTok star overnight. The article totally trashed me, making it look like I married Prince Charming for his money and to get my own reality TV show. And worse, how I couldn't stand Prince Charming anymore, or royal life. The royals were in an uproar, and protests erupted outside the palace, calling me an unfit future queen. His parents were humiliated and immediately banished me. To my surprise, Prince Charming came with me in solidarity.
You're crazy. You'll lose everything.
A chance for you to see I'm your true love. I know I always say you're beautiful, but it's more than that. Your kindness stood out. You say thank you open doors for people. You make me want to be kinder.
But it was hard to believe him. We moved into a tiny apartment with no money or possessions. I thought I'd give him a chance, but I spent over an hour teaching him how to boil a kettle, during which he managed to blow the electrics. It was tough.
See, This is why you have staff.
I wondered why my fairy tale had turned into such a disaster.
What would Larissa have against me? Was that photo with the other girl even real?
You missed it when her hat fell off and all the frizzy hair spilled out.
That's when I realized the girl in the photo was Jenny, and it hit me. Larissa was actually Carrie. She must have gotten rid of her wart, worn a wig, and used colored contacts. I'd had enough. I marched right over to my stepsister's house to confront them. As soon as the door opened, I was shocked to see my stepmom grinning.
Missing the muppin broom, are we?
Where are my stepsisters? And I thought we'd moved past all that.
Oh, did you? While you were prancing around on marble floors, we were shunned from society. My daughters had no chance of marrying anyone respectable. And you did nothing for us. No money, no bigger house. Not even a hand-me-down tiara? You should be grateful I didn't throw you out onto the streets.
You treated me like a servant and told me my dreams would never come true.
You see, all this time, I've been patient, biding my time. Then I came up with the perfect plan for revenge, and Carrie and Jenny were all too pleased to play along. I just needed to get you out of the picture so that Carrie could take your place. And once more, I'd have the power and influence I deserve.
But the prince doesn't love Carrie. He loves me.
You are so naive. You think I married your dad for true love?
That's why you treated me so badly growing up. You didn't care about him or me. Well, I won't let you do this to the prince.
I felt so angry. Oh wait, do I have feelings for Prince Charming too?
You're too late. I warned the royals about you at your wedding.
And they feel bad. They didn't believe me. Now we've struck a deal. If you disappear quietly and he marries Carrie.
Larissa won't release her new article tomorrow exposing his hatred for the people and his scandalous baked photos. It'll ruin him and they know it. So if you really love him, go.
Mortified, I stepped back as she slammed the door. I knew I couldn't do that to Prince Charming, and there was no way he'd want to humiliate his family anymore. So he would have to marry Carrie. Just then, there was a knock at the door. It was my auntie. Had she come to magically save me?
No, sweetie. I heard you were still in yesterday's outfit, so I brought you a Chanel. And remember, your dreams can come true.
Auntie dressed me up in a silky pink ball gown, and I hitched it up and ran to the palace. I patted the security dogs and slipped inside, where a huge party was in full swing to introduce Prince Charming's new future queen. There were my stepmom and stepsisters. My stepsisters soaking up the attention and posing for self-selfies. I looked down at my now muddy ball gown. Who was I kidding? It wasn't a queen. Carrie and Jenny had spent their whole lives dreaming of this. Then it hit me. I had my own dreams and deserved them. What was I doing here? I was about to leave when a security guard dragged me up and paraded me inside. My stepmom and stepsister's mouths dropped open.
I was gonna go. Please believe me. Don't hurt Prince Charming. I don't want him if he doesn't really love me anyway.
I deserve better, and I hope Carrie will be a great queen. I thought there would be yelling and punching and kicking, but unexpectedly, Carrie bowed her head.
He didn't show. I secretly met him to see if there was any real spark.
You did what?
Even after the wart removal, all he talked about was you. And I want true love too. Honestly, I felt bad as I did have fun when we hung out when we were friends. I'm really sorry.
Do as you're told, Carrie. I want creme brulee and pate for supper, not crumbs.
Mom, you treat us just as bad as you did Cinderella. Everyone. I set Cinderella up and manipulated the article to make her look bad.
The crowd gasped.
When really she'd make a perfect queen one day. So caring and passionate.
But then I turned to see Prince Charming standing there. I was mortified.
It's okay. I'm going. Good luck with Carrie.
To my surprise, he knelt and kissed my hand. Then he addressed the crowd, admitting he doctored photos and didn't give the attention the community deserved. So my stepmom couldn't blackmail him anymore.
But I want to change. And it's only because I met my true love, Cinderella.
I felt all giddy. Jenny and my stepmom stormed off, while Carrie and I shared an awkward hug before she left. Turns out, he really was my Prince Charming after all. As for my stepmom and stepsisters, they moved away and lost a ton of followers. Karma's a digital age beast. And me? I'd still scrub floors if I had to. But let me tell you, everything's a lot more fun when you're wearing a crown.